Welcome back, everyone. Today we'll be solving LeetCode 323, number of connected components and an undirected graph. You have a graph of n nodes. You are given an integer n and an array edges where edges of I is equal to a of I, b of I, which essentially is just a connection between two nodes, right? It indicates that there's an edge between A and B in the graph, where A is a node and B is a node as well. Two different nodes, right? So we're going to return the number of connected components in the graph. So if you see here, this is one connected component and this is another connected component. So we return 2, right? Over here, we return just 1, right? Because everything is connected. And there are no repeated edges. That's great. None of these constraints stick out to me as very important, so I think we're good to go to the drawing board. With that being said, let's take a visual look of our approach here. So I've already mapped out an adjacency list for us, and I'll go ahead and I'll draw the code as well shortly here. But before we approach this problem, I want to help you guys so you guys can help yourself by first solving a number of islands. Okay, so solve that first if you haven't already, and then take this problem. Or if you solve this problem, go solve number of islands after this one, okay? Because number of islands is essentially this question, but on a grid, okay? All right, with that being said, the approach we're gonna take here is we're gonna do a breadth first search algorithm. You can do depth first search as well, but for me, I'll do breadth first search. And we know that we're given this edges variable, and we're also given another variable where n, in this case, n is equal to 5, okay? Because there are 5 nodes, right? And we're 0 based, okay? Because that's why we start at node 0. So with that being said, we'll do a breadth first search algorithm where, let's say we start at this node, we go explore its neighbor, and then its neighbor obviously won't go back and explore node 0 because we're going to mark it in a visited set as well, okay? So then node 1 will then go explore node 2, all right? And then we're going to return a plus equals 1 to our output, all right? And then we're back inside of our loop where the loop will go from 0 to 1. We won't do 1 because it's already visited, all right? It'll try to get to 2. We can't do 2 either because that's also been visited. All right, and then it gets to node 3. Okay, this node here has not been visited. So we go ahead and we do a breadth first search traversal as well. And then we plus equals 1 to the output. And that's how we get this answer here. All right, so let's go ahead and draw out the function signature. So I'll say define number of connected components takes an edges and n, okay? All right, so first and foremost, we need to build our adjacency list here. Even though I have it visually represented out for you guys, I'll write the code, I'll draw the code. So we'll say adjacency list is equal to a default dictionary, so we'll use a built-in library in Python, so defaultdict, and we're gonna hard code in the value data type has to be a list, right? Because a node can have multiple edges, so in order to represent the several nodes it could possibly be connected to, we're gonna use a list, right, to keep appending, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and populate our adjacency list. So we're gonna iterate through our edges, right? So we'll say for n1, which stands for node 1, comma, n2 for node 2, and edges, we're going to tell our adjacency list, we'll start with node 1, at that key to append node 2, right? And then same thing for node 2, as a key, we're going to append to the list the value node 1, right? So why did I do this? Because this is an undirected graph, right? So I just essentially did this here, right? Right there. Okay. How do I know I did that? Let's look at node 1, for example, right? Isn't it connected to 0 and 2? Yes. All right. So far, so good. All right, let's continue on now, and let's create an output variable. So we'll say output equal to 0, and then we need a visited array. So visited is equal to 0 times n plus 1, right? Actually, no, we could just do times n. Yeah, times n is fine. Sorry, we don't need a plus 1. Yeah, because effectively our visited array will look something like this. Okay, so we'll have a 0, 0, 0, and then one more 0 here. And I'll label these indices as well. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect, right? All right, great. So let's continue on here. And we'll create our breadth first search function, right? So let's say we have a little bit more space here. Okay, so our breadth first search function. So we'll say define BFS. And all it's going to take in is a node, okay? And we're going to start off by using a queue. And I like to use a deck. In Python, under the hood, you can treat it like a queue, right? So we have a deck, and of course we're going to pass in the node, and we're going to update our visited array of that node, and we're going to just set it equal to 1, okay? All right, so let's continue on. So while there's a queue, while queue, we're going to say our current node is equal to queue pop from the left, right? Okay. And so we're going to pop from the left. And then now we're going to iterate through its neighbors. And we're going to check if they're visited. And if they're not visited, we're going to add them to the queue and mark them as visited. So for neighbor and adjacency list of the current node, if it has not been visited, so if not visited of the neighbor, we're going to go ahead and we're going to append it to the queue, right? And then now we have to update visited. So we're going to mark it as visited by just saying visited of the neighbor is equal to 1, all right? And I think I'm running out of space here, but what I'll go ahead now is I'll start this iteration, right? So we have to call a for loop. So we'll say for I and range n, right? Because we're just using this given input here, n, if not visited of I. I'm going to do this on the same line just because I'm running out of space. We're going to, actually no, that's fine. I'll do it over here. So we're going to call BFS on I, okay? And we're going to increment our output by 1. And then finally, we can just return our output, okay? All right, so this is a lot of code, but I'll walk through it with you step by step along the way. All right, where do we start first, right? We've created this adjacency list, so we have this here. Sorry, we created it. Initially, it's empty, right? And then we populate it here, so now it looks like this. We have our output variable equal to 0. We have our visited array, which we're going to treat as a visited set, right? And now we have our BFS function, and we're going to start calling it, okay? So for I in range n, so I is going to start off at 0, right? Because n is equal to 5. So we're going to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Start off at 0. If not visited, so let's go check. So visited of 0 right here, it hasn't been visited, right? So we're going to call BFS on it. And we have our queue here. So our queue takes in 0. And we're going to mark visited of 0 equal to 1, right? So visited of 0 right here is going to be equal to 1. Okay, great so far. So while queue, yes, there is a queue. And you know what, just for educational purposes, I will label that as well. So I'll just say, okay. So I'll just put the queue here. Okay, and queue has 0 in it, right? So while queue, cur node is equal to queue.pop from the left. So this is the cur node. So cur node here. Okay. For neighbor and adjacency list of current node. Okay, let's go check out our adjacency list. Okay. Adjacency list of 0 maps to this here, right? That's the value. So for neighbor init, it's just 1, right? If not visited, this has not been visited. We're gonna put it onto the queue, and I'll just do something like this. Yeah, we're gonna put it, we're gonna put it onto the queue here. So we have this 1 here, and we're gonna mark it as visited, okay? So visited of 1 is now going to be equal to 1 for visited, okay? And now we're back inside this while loop, right? And we ask ourselves, okay? Not ask ourselves, we go ahead and we pop, right? So cur node now becomes equal to 1. Pop from the left, remember? I'm using the deck to treat it as a queue, okay? So now for neighbor and adjacency list of cur node, all right, so of 1, we have a 0 and a 2. 0 has been visited, right? So we're not gonna go back here, right? Because we already came from there. We're not gonna go back, okay? So we're gonna take this node, okay? So we're gonna append it to the queue, and we're gonna go mark, and then while queue, yes, there is a queue of length 1. Cur node is equal to queue.pop from the left. Okay, so cur node here, right? For neighbor and adjacency list of cur node. So adjacency list here, right? And we can also visualize it here. This 1 has been visited, right? Look at it, it's been visited. So we don't do anything. So we're done with that initial call from the for loop where I was equal to 0, okay? So since we've finished that initial call, we try to go to 1, right? But 1's already been visited, right? Then we try to go to 2, just like I mentioned earlier. It's already been visited. So where do we pick up at? 3, right? So now we're gonna send, oh, also I need to update output, right? So right before we get to that 3, we also need to update our output. So output is equal to 1 now, right? Because we effectively confirm there's 1 connected component so far, okay? So let's go send 3 in there, okay? So Q now has a 3 in there. So let's label that 3. Visited of 3, we're gonna mark it as 1 to denote that it's been visited, all right? So now we're inside this while loop of the queue, right? So cur node is equal to q.pop from the left. Great. For neighbor and adjacency list of cur node, okay, so let's look at this 3 here. It just has a 4 inside of it, right? If not visited, has 4 been visited? It's not. We're gonna add it to the queue, and we're gonna mark it as visited. So this becomes a 1, right? And we ask ourselves, so we're at the 4 now, so we're back inside here. Cur node is equal to q.pop from the left, so cur node is equal to 4. And we know that its neighbors has already been visited, right? So we can't hit this case, okay? And now we're done with the for loop, right? For 3, and we update output to plus equals 1. So now output comes here, and the for loop technically will try to continue and try to do 4, but 4 has already been visited, right? And I know that was a lot, everyone, but that is the solution. The output is equal to 2, just like we expected up here. And that's how you do a breadth first search and an undirected graph. So let's go ahead and go to LeetCode. All right, so first and foremost, let's define this adjacency list, and we'll use defaultdict, and the value will be of type list, right? Because remember, a node can have multiple edges, so a list is perfect to represent those multiple connections. And then for N1, which is node 1, N2 is node 2, and edges, let's go ahead and build this adjacency list, right? So adjacency list of node 1 dot append node 2, and then vice versa, we want to tell adjacency list of node 2 dot append node 1, right? And why are we doing both? It's because this is an undirected graph, right? So let's create this output variable here. We set it equal to 0, create our visited array here, and we're thankful to have this n passed in here for the function signature. Okay, so then we're gonna create our breadth first search function, and we'll use a queue. And I like to, my queues, I represent them as decks under the hood, as a deck under the hood. Okay, and then visited of the node, when we enter into this breadth first search function, we're gonna mark visited of the node equal to true, to 1, sorry, because it's been visited at this point. And then we'll say while q, the current node is equal to q.pop from the left. And now let's go explore if it has any neighbors. So for neighbor and adjacency list of the current node, if it's not been visited, so if not visited of that neighbor, that means we have some exploration to do, right? So we say visited of the neighbor is equal to 1. And then now we're gonna append it to the queue for processing, okay? All right, great. So we still need to call our breadth first search function. So we'll do a for loop. So for I in range n, we're just using the input variable that they pass for us, right? If not visited of I, so if that node has not been visited, let's go call breadth first search on it. And let's update our output variable by 1. And then finally, we return output, okay? So let's test this out here. Great, it passed the initial test cases. No issues, let's submit it. And absolutely wonderful, we have a working solution. Let's go over to the drawing board to discuss the time and the space, okay? The time complexity is V plus E, and the space is also V plus E. Well, why is that? Immediately, when we're building this adjacency list, we're going through all the edges, okay? So that's O of E right there. And look at this visited array. That's O of V, right? The number of nodes inside of our graph, okay? So just those two right there gives us V plus E, okay? And we visit each node and each edge maximum 1 time, all right? And the space is also O of V plus E. Same logic I just mentioned, right? This adjacency list, visited node, array. We can also mention the queue too. So with that being said, whatever platform you're on, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.